definitely would hurt. What is up? Welcome in, my football fam. AFC Eastie Boys coming back at you with another wonderful morning show of End Zone to End Zone Waffles. What do we got in store for them today?
Welcome, everybody. We got a few things going on today. We're going to be talking about some fantasy stuff. We're going to be talking about highlights from this weekend. Definitely going to be talking about that Bills loss last night. AFC Eastie Boys. We're not able to go live and like show you this game, but we're definitely going to be talking about it today. We also got we also got a stroke going to the New York Jets. We're literally laying on the floor dying. I believe we're the only team in the league to come up with 0 wins.
Wait, we got to
so far.
We got to make it a big fat 0.
Yeah, it's a big goose egg. We can't catch. We can't do this. We don't know how to do this.
And as
make
you
a catch.
And as you say that, even though us Dolph fans don't have a good Monday morning, we do have something to celebrate because we are still the only undefeated team in the league, in the NFL. Go ahead and pop that champagne for another year for that 72 Dolphins team. I need a popping sound.
The undefeated streaks have, everyone's been defeated this year.
Yep.
There are no more undefeated teams.
Which is nice. You know, it's lovely when that happens early, especially as a Dolphin fan. We don't have a whole lot to look forward to most years anyways. So it's like we're kind of waiting for like everyone to get that first L so we can pop that champagne and celebrate.
Yeah, we're still the only people that have done it. Woo!
Don't hate.
And as some of you may have heard, because of last week's debacle with the Jets and the Dolphins, I will have to wear a Dolphins jersey on the next meeting of the Jets and the Dolphins, which is December 7th. So you're gonna want to don't tune in because I want to wear this. But he's gonna make me wear.
No, listen, y'all gonna want to tune in because no matter what, we're gonna be live and he's gonna be there with us, whether he's home or at work. He's gonna be in that Tua jersey. He's gonna be in the Tua jersey too. He's gonna be rocking the Tua jersey. Yeah.
God, I'm gonna have to say. I can't wear number 1, bro. Number 1, like.
Well, you better hope.
I'm gonna be like, they're not. No.
You better hope that it's.
I'd rather wear.
24.
You know, but
I can let you wear the Ricky Williams jersey. I'll think about it. I don't know if I might be nice and let you wear a legend.
I might have to find one.
A trash can.
I'll find somebody that's just a complete dumpster. Actually, well, no. Tua is not a complete dumpster fire.
Why don't you get a Fitzpatrick one? Didn't he play for the Jets?
He was pretty cool. I actually liked Fitzpatrick, to be fair.
Or you can get a Zach Wilson one.
I don't know.
All right, but we got a lot to cover for you. It's been a really fun weekend of football. Lots of upsets, just as the title says. Drake Maye shaking up the AFC East, just as the title says. Make sure y'all smash that like and subscribe. Go get your drinks. Go get your coffee, your croissant. It's brunch time. I don't know what you eat around this time, whether it's a sandwich, a Red Bull, coffee, and a croissant, or a donut. Just go get it and sit back and enjoy.
Coffee of champions.
Coffee of champions.
Well, all right, hey, Ron, it's been great talking to you.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways. And if you don't agree with that, that's too bad. Like and subscribe anyways. So
Like and subscribe anyways.
we'll start with the Thursday night game, right? Obviously, it was the first game of the week.
49ers and the Rams.
49ers and the Rams. Pretty much most of the country picked the Rams on this one. You had a non-existent 49ers team running out there. Mac Jones, no Kittle, no Ayuk. Everybody's out. Pearsall's out. Only literally had Christian McCaffrey and Juwan Jennings, right? Or no, Jennings was out too.
Oh, Juwan Jennings was out too.
So Mac Jones and Christian McCaffrey leading the charge over there. And it actually worked out. Mac Jones played very, very well in that game, coming back and able to squeak away a win, 26-23 over the Rams on Thursday night. Another overtime win. 2 weeks in a row, right? You're frozen again. The Rams
The Rams
had an extra point
Matt
block.
Stafford. They had an extra point blocked early. Stafford was actually behind most of the game. It was kind of surprising. He put up good numbers as far as the fantasy value is concerned. 25 points. Don't get me wrong. That was a modest showing because normally they do he puts up a little bit better numbers than he did. But I got lucky. I made the right call. I had him sitting on my bench, and I played Justin Fields. And ironically enough,
that was like
Fields,
barely a difference. It was like a 0.4, 0.2 difference. Like, oh
Fields
my gosh,
produced better. As far as a team point of view, if you're looking at my roster, I played it the right way. Like Fields ended up with more points than Stafford, despite the game. In either way, they both lost their respective games, so it didn't matter as far as winners were concerned.
Oh,
not very good at winning.
Yeah, no. From a fantasy standpoint,
time,
I probably would have played Fields over Stafford as well, just because you got the quarterback going against
the rushing aspect of him.
No, I'm looking at it from a defensive standpoint. Like, quarterback's been able to put up points on Dallas this week. And it's like San Francisco, even though like their offense is non-existent, like they still have a pretty decent defense. So yeah, Matt Stafford actually put up more points than I expected him to, fantasy-wise. But Puka Nacua is just that guy. And if you got Puka Nacua on your fantasy league, you're probably going to win this year. I'm just saying, you need to go and try and get you a stud running back if you don't already have one. Go and hit that guy.
Yeah, because didn't he slap together like 114 yards?
Yeah, it was nasty. It was nasty. Another big 24-point week for Puka Nacua, fantasy-wise. And he also broke a record too. I think he has the most receptions or something. He broke a record that night. So
I know he's the leading receiver as far as yards were concerned up until this week.
I think it was
with some 409 yards as of going into week 5. But whatever he tacked on this week, well, I have to add to his total.
Yeah, but I think it was the receptions is the one that they were talking about because he had like 100 receptions so far or something, some big number on receptions.
Right, some significant number of receptions in the span of games that he's played.
Correct. So the Rams squeak away a win on that one. They go to 4-1. They're leading their division over there, and are not the Rams, the 49ers. And the Rams fall to 3-2. So the second game in London, my Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns. Dylan Gabriel's running out there with the start over there. They're benched Joe Flacco. You have Carson Wentz getting his second start. This is Vikings' second game in London in a row overseas. Like one game was
overseas
in London and one game was in Germany. This is second week in a row. They weren't going to win 2 weeks in a row. They kind of should have had the advantage, did have the advantage, even though they're down a quarterback. But being over there and not having to travel there the week of it kind of gives you the advantage because the jet lag's not there. Like, there's a lot of variables that come into that. It's like if you get 2 weeks over there in a row, like that second game, if you lose, like I would probably rank the Minnesota Vikings very low in the power rankings based on that because Cleveland Browns still almost won that game. Like they still almost won that game. It was a 21-17 game. And the Cleveland Browns still almost won. So the Minnesota Vikings are still having quarterback struggles. They're kind of probably wondering right now if they should have kept Kirk Cousins or Sam Darnold. Because J.J. McCarthy out for a second year already. I mean, he'll come back, but is he just going to go out?
Does it really make him the answer?
Yeah. I mean,
injury prone.
In the games that he did play this year, he wasn't spectacular. He didn't wow us. They won, but it was mostly like you would give that to the defense, right?
Yeah, more than anything.
The defense.
2 defensive interception touchdowns, whatever you want to call them. Like
Andrew Van Ginkel was carrying that, and then he went out. So, but he'll be back soon too. So like the Vikings will be back to form, but is it going to be a little too late? I don't know. Time will tell. But they squeak away a win in Germany against the Browns. Do you have anything you want to say about it?
I didn't really get to watch much of the game. I got to see kind of bits and pieces while I was setting up the bar Sunday morning. But from what I can tell, the Vikings need to work on that offense. Like, they are not as spectacular as I was expecting them. Jordan Mason, not as spectacular as he was when he was with the Niners. He's putting up modest numbers.
Yeah, Jordan Mason, and I think that probably has to do a little bit with the coaching because they also have a rookie over there. They're trying to like get use out of and get rolling, so that they can come off of Aaron Jones next year. So that has a little bit to do with that as well. The new guy's definitely going to cut into.
Aaron Jones' injury puts him out for the rest of the year.
Is it the rest of the year?
I believe, and that's why they brought in Mason, and they're just not utilizing him enough. I feel they're having to play from behind in a few of their games, and just
that one
they need to. They've always been a run-first team.
All right,
with throwing as the last option.
All right, so I think we're onto something here. So like that one game that Jordan Mason came out and had a big game, right? That was J.J. McCarthy game. That was J.J. McCarthy led?
I believe, yeah.
Okay. And then the last 2 games have been Carson Wentz, and it has not been great games. It's also been overseas, right?
And more throwing.
Correct.
Or passing.
So there's a couple variables that go into that. I would say wait till next week before like totally giving up on Jordan Mason, because it could be the quarterback, Carson Wentz, wanting to air the ball out more, and it also could be the factor that they're in London and the NFL wants the game to be a little bit more exciting and not so much like run the ball. Each team gets like 3 drives, like the scores.
Right.
10,
they're in London.
yeah.
They play rugby over there. They've seen the scrum. They don't need a ground and pound game. They want to see the ball fly through the air.
They want the big plays. They want the big wows. They're trying to sell the market over there. So I wouldn't jump on that too much. Hopefully, you thought about that too going into this weekend, and you weren't relying on Jordan Mason for your fantasy team.
I'm just saying the Minnesota Vikings need to utilize that man a little bit more. He is capable of being a number 1 running back, and he's looking like a number 2 flex.
Yeah, no, for sure, and it'll come. Like I'm saying, it'll come. Just it was just 2 bad weeks for the Vikings. So the next game to start our 1:00 slate. Which one do you want to start with?
I guess we'll start with the Jets and the Cowboys. Let's get it out of the way. Rip the Band-Aid off, as they say. Yeah. This game was a slobber knocker from the start. Dallas came out strong. They came out powerful. They knew what they were going to do, and they They basically bent us over backwards and spanked us for the first half of the football game. We came out 3-3, 3-6, and then they scored a touchdown, and then another touchdown, another score, and they just kept scoring. And the Jets couldn't do anything to stop them. The defense was basically non-existent. The offense didn't pick up until the almost the end of the third quarter, fourth quarter. We were able to score with Garrett Wilson at the end, but again, too little, too late. You're at that point, you're probably playing against secondary because they were like, "We don't care, we won, haha."
Yeah, it was
And
garbage
so,
time at that point.
yeah, garbage time is garbage time. Just that, garbage. We do our best in garbage time. Don't get me wrong, but that's because it's the worst of the worst. We're playing the backups. You know what I mean? It's not a. We're not performing like a star caliber team should perform. Fumbles, penalties. Again, the same thing I was talking about last week. Same thing I was bitching about last week is the same thing I'm bitching about right here, right now. We need to tighten up. They need to ball security. Like, these should be drills that Aaron Glenn is having them boys run every single fucking day up until Sunday.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So who was it that it was? What, Brees Hall dropped the ball? Who else?
Brees Hall dropped the ball. There was another. I know there was another fumble because there was at least two. I don't remember who it was.
Did Justin Fields get intercepted at all?
Possibly.
Yeah, turnovers.
Like I said, I didn't get to watch the full thing because obviously I'm at work while it's going on. But
right. Yeah.
And after watching the final like couple of minutes, I was like, definitely don't want to watch the highlights on this one.
So where would you rank your Jets right now in the 32?
We're the bottom of the league. We haven't won a single game. Everybody else has won a game but us.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, you guys have played some quality opponents. It's not like you guys are playing a bunch of scrubs. Like, let's look at some other teams like the Saints who have been literally played nothing but scrubs. Let's look at the Dolphins. Like, we only have one win, but it's like we're playing bottom of the league teams, you know? So, I mean, I totally agree with you. I feel like the Jets right now probably are number 32.
1-4 is not 0-5.
But, I mean, I honestly could make an argument that the Saints are probably the worst team in the league right now, considering. But, I don't know. It's tough. Dolphins could be number 32.
I would say,
like, even though we got
I would say
win,
Saints, Titans, Jets. But that's me being biased and putting the Jets on top because of the stars that we have. Right. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing to look at, too. You know what I mean? Like, you guys do have some nice pieces, just like the Miami Dolphins. We have some nice pieces.
We just can't fit it all together.
And for us to have the record that we have, it's freaking ridiculous. And that's why I would, like, consider us as the worst in the league.
I personally can't wait to get to the Dolphins game because Waddle went off and they still couldn't get a fucking win.
37-22 Dallas Cowboys beat the Jets. Jets remain the only winless team in the league at the moment. Hopefully next week they have a better showing and they can get a win in the win column, unless they're trying to get number 1 pick next year. Who knows? You know, new coach, everything, maybe this
very crafty way to do it. Just slowly. We're trying to win. I swear.
I mean, that's what it looks like. It looks like they're trying to win, but at the same time, they're just not. You know what I mean? Like, imagine they're slyly going for the tank, and like no one's even realizing it until we just realized it just now. Embrace the tank, bro. You could have number 1 draft pick next year.
Embrace the tank.
Embrace the tank.
I don't like getting run over by tanks.
Embrace the quiet tank. But we're gonna move on. We're not gonna bust his balls too much about the Jets because he still has he's still gonna have to rep a Dolphins jersey during the next Dolphins Jets game. I know.
Christ. Yes.
All right.
I was gagged a little.
And then we had the Giants and the Saints.
What happened here? Jackson Dart and the Giants just couldn't come. Rashid, bro. Oh my God.
Shaheed. I'll tell you what.
Raheed Shaheed.
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what's happening over there in New Orleans right now. You have a guy in Spencer Rattler that almost lost his job 2 weeks ago to Tyler Show. And he's coming out and he's fighting for his job. And he's carrying this New Orleans team. Like, if you watch that Buffalo game, bro, like, the reason they won that game or almost won that game in Buffalo, they didn't win, but, like, they didn't get their butt whooped if you think about who they were playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a 26,
Right, they didn't get, like,
score or some shit. Like, they hung
They
in
didn't
there.
get 44, 50 points put up on them, like some of these other teams.
Right, and they were scoring, and they were making Josh Allen and the Bills sweat last week when they were playing them. And Spencer Rattler was carrying the team, bro. He was getting first downs. He was rushing. He was like putting balls on the money, bro. Like perfect passes into the end zone and stuff. So he's definitely stepped up. I don't know if it was like just a switch that he had to turn on or what, but he went from being like ash trash to not so bad.
How'd that score go?
Saints took that 26-14 over the Giants.
Just making notes. All right, well, that ended up being a pretty decent game and a very like surprising upset for some people. Most people expected the Giants to take that one. But then we move on to the Colts and the Raiders. I'm thinking everyone thought the same thing on this. Colts are going to take this. It's going to be an easy victory. But it didn't look so easy. From what I saw, Geno Smith had, some pretty decent throws. He made some mistakes, but at the same time, the Colts ended up running away with this one near the end.
This guy loves making jokes. Yeah, the Colts definitely handled this game from beginning to end. 40-6 was the total score. Geno Smith threw like 3 interceptions. It was just like it was just a massacre. A fucking massacre on the Raiders.
Like I said, man, Geno Smith put on a show.
It was a fucking massacre, bro. Like, the Colts just literally walked all over the Raiders. I don't even know what to say. Ashton Genty got the yards he needed that I needed for him on the bet, but, like, he didn't get the touchdown. So, fuck him. Fuck him. That's another team that's, like, right there at the bottom, the Raiders.
Yeah, 40-6. That's rough. Like,
yeah, the Colts
that's demoralizing.
The Colts, but it's the Colts right now. The Colts are showing that they're a for real team. You know, they played a real team last week with the Rams and got their first loss, and I think they needed that. You know, they needed to get punched in the mouth early before getting punched in the mouth late. Remember, we were talking about it. Like,
oh yeah,
it was good for the Colts, and I was telling people don't sleep on them. Like, just because they lost to the Rams, like, doesn't mean that they're ash trash. Like, yes, I said the Rams were going to expose them. Yeah, now the recipe's out there. Now can other teams actually
pick up on
it and shut them down? I don't know. There might be a few teams, but it looks like the Colts going to win their division for sure. Yeah, I think so. And then I guess we got to get to the next game on the roster.
Another Band-Aid.
Go ahead and rip that one off too. Dolphins and Panthers. So this game started great. The script that Mike McDaniel had wrote up for the first quarter of the game was beautiful. Literally. Miami Dolphins went out there, scored 17 points early, like literally, like as soon as the second quarter started, there was 17. It was 17-0. Defense forced 2 turnovers. It was beautiful. Everything was just. You heard birds chirping, the sun was shining, It was like just amazing. And
I
then
just want to say, before you get to the before you get to the the quote from the bar at that point when it was 17-0. All right, all right, all right. But the Dolphins still have a chance to lose this game.
the Dolphins still have a chance to lose this game. Right. The sun was shining and the birds were chirping and everything was beautiful. All the Dolphin fans were living life. And then the script ended. And Tua had to go off script. Mike McDaniel had to go off script. The Carolina Panthers defensive coordinator stole the script and fucking locked it down. And from there,
He hit some edits real quick.
it was just garbage play from the Dolphins on all phases of the ball. Defense couldn't get a stop. Like Bryce Young, Rico Dowdle was eating up the right side of the line.
Dude.
Oh my god, he had two big chunk.
He ended up
plays.
with 32 fantasy points. That man,
Bro, he had 2 plays for 40+ yards rushing, like, and then finally at the end he got himself a touchdown too. But like he was eating it up. He had 200 rushing yards on the day. It was ridiculous. Like the defense,
absolutely insane.
the defense couldn't stop nothing. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the pass. Like they couldn't stop Bryce Young when he would scramble, and the offense couldn't get anything going either. Like as soon as that script ended, it was like, who do we throw to? And Darren Waller was tearing it up. Darren Waller was lighting it up.
Yeah.
He had 4 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown in that span of that first quarter. Jalen Waddle was lighting it up. Devon Achane was lighting it up. We had Olive Garden in there here and there sprinkled in, but not sprinkled in enough. We didn't use Malik Washington enough. Like in the beginning, we were spreading it out, and then we kind of went one-dimensional, and they stopped the run, and we couldn't adjust, and they just slowly inked away a win. And it wasn't even like they earned it. They just we handed it to them slowly.
They
like we're
took
like
it from you.
We're giving.
They just took it
we
from you.
started
They were
off
like,
with appetizers. Here's a field goal. Here's a field goal. All right, here's a course. You can get a touchdown. All right, here's a mid appetizer between dessert. Here's another touchdown. You know what I mean? Just slowly giving it to them, man, and
served them the full 5-course meal of victory.
yeah, and it's we would give them flags, penalties, costly penalties that moved them down the field, and they ended up getting scores out of. The fact that we caused 2 turnovers, we didn't turn the ball over, and we still lost this game. They just slowly inched towards victory. And when it came down to it, Tua and the Miami Dolphins had a chance to take the ball down the field and either tie the game or take the lead, and they couldn't get it. They got stopped on a 3-and-out. Carolina gets the ball back, and it's fucking over with. They're able to get a first down off of a penalty. Again, another penalty gives them a first down, bro. Gives them a first down at the end of the game. All we needed to do was stop them, and we can get the ball back with 1 minute and 30 seconds and possibly go down and get a touchdown or a field goal and tie the game. But no. We get a penalty, gives them a first down. They go into victory formation. They end this game against the Miami Dolphins.
Why at the end did you punt it? I mean, I understand being 4th and whatever, 4th and 4 or 5 or whatever on your 13-yard line. But there, the game was over if you punted it anyway. You had your 3 timeouts, but you were better off trying to score from there.
All right, so
you know what I mean?
We were too close to our end zone, right? And I think it was further than a 4th and 5 because I think we had ended up getting a penalty that pushed us back because we had actually got the first down, and then we had got a penalty, and it negated the first down. So we ended up getting pushed back, and it was a 4th and long, and we were pretty close to our end zone. So it's we're thinking, okay, we got enough time. We have 3 timeouts in the pocket. We can maybe hold them without getting a first down. We can possibly get the ball back with 1 minute to go. But if we fail to convert this 4th down right here, we give them the ball in the 20. They literally only got to kick a field goal. They can run the rest of the clock out. Game's over anyways.
I mean, I guess, but It was just a chance I would have I would have taken. I would have been like, screw it. Like, I don't want to take and pull the offense off the field, put the defense back out there, even though they've been playing like shit,
I believe if we
and
were,
expect them to get a 3-0.
I bet you if we were like at least around midfield, he probably would have went for it. Because then
Yeah.
you're in a little bit of a better position to be able to stop him. But like being that close to the end zone, bro, I don't think so. You just go ahead and
All
punch
right,
it
so
and
what
try
did the
and get
final end up being for that game?
27-24. Fucking Panthers winning that shit.
24-27. And then we move on to the Broncos and the Eagles. Another upset.
Another upset. I wasn't upset by this one. I actually I did pick the Eagles to win, but I wasn't going to be surprised if the
Yeah, I was like, there's no way you picked the Broncos.
Goel picked the Broncos.
Goel's crazy. That man is out of his mind. But, I mean, sometimes crazy works.
Yeah, bro, weird.
Because the Broncos ended up winning that game. What was the final on that as well?
21-17. And all of that came in the fourth quarter pretty much from Bo Nix.
All of it came in the fourth quarter.
All of it came in the fourth quarter from Bo Nix. He came back and he led the Denver Broncos to a win, and that defense locked down the Philadelphia Eagles to make sure that they can make that happen. The Eagles, they're beatable. Like they showed you that they're beatable if you can get away from having them rely on a tush push, you can beat them. You know what I mean? They have the Broncos.
They can always get that 1 yard, but if you give them situations that they need more than that, then they might not always come through.
So this is another dud week from AJ Brown. So far, that's 4 out of 5 weeks from AJ Brown. I sat him on my bench. I don't know if any of you guys listened. I sat him on my bench this week. He put up 9.3 points in a PPR league. Next week, you want to play him though. Go ahead and play him. I'm seeing.
I was gonna say
I'm seeing a trend. Go ahead and play him next week.
I would even consider offering him up as trade bait for getting something that you actually want. Not necessarily you as a person, but if you have him in your fantasy league, like regularly, like as anyone else,
trade.
Sell him.
Yeah. But you got to wait for him to have a good game, because right now, like, you can't get good value for AJ Brown. Like, who would I be able to get?
I don't know.
I did say bench Chase. I did say
Chase
bench
Brown?
Chase. But hear me out, Cap. Chase only got those points because of garbage time at the end. They were playing second strings. Like, all of that came in garbage time at the end, bro. All of those points. Like, I was literally watching it all the way up until, like, the Dolphin game was over. And then, like, I go back and look at it, and all of a sudden, Jamar Chase had 29 points. I'm like, oh, well, where'd this come from? Oh,
yeah, the touchdowns.
yeah. All of that came from garbage time. You put Jamar Chase and Jake Browning in them in a game. You've watched it 2 weeks now, in a game where it's like not a blowout, and they're playing first strings the whole way. It's not gonna look like that.
All right, so the Texans and the Ravens.
Yeah, this wasn't easy to call. It was kind of the similar situation as like the Rams and the 49ers with a non-existent Ravens team right now. Lamar Jackson's out. Their defense is super banged up. Easy for the Houston Texans to be able to take advantage using Nico Collins through the air, spreading that ball around. CJ Stroud had a pretty good day yesterday. And the Ravens just struggled to do anything, man. Cooper Rush can't rush the ball. So it takes away that aspect that the Ravens' identity is. You know what I mean? Not only do they have the King Henry, but they also have that mobile quarterback. Well, that's not Cooper Rush.
Back's not so mobile. Makes it pretty much a one-sided offense.
Right, yeah, and he's definitely not a skilled passer either.
Yeah, so what was that final?
44-10. Houston Texans were just having a field day all day long, and they didn't stop. But they haven't had. I don't blame them either because they haven't had great games, and they've looked very bad so far this season. Kind of like they've been struggling to get it together. So CJ Stroud and the boys definitely took advantage of this Baltimore defense and was like, "Look, guys, let's get it in now. Let's get the touchdowns in now. Let's get those points in now." Because next week it's going to be a little bit harder.
All right, and then we get into the next game, the last game that made the Jets the losingest team this season. The Titans and the Cardinals, and how the Titans
Oh my
won it.
gosh. Bro, the Cardinals lost this game. They legit lost this game. It was bad. They had this game won, and the Titans, they just looked same thing that happened to the Dolphins, man. Just let
them claw their way back into the game and win it.
Cam Ward didn't look great doing it. I honestly don't know how it happened. There's a fumble from Tony Pollard. It wasn't a pretty game from either side of the ball, from either team. Arizona Cardinals could be one of the worst teams as well. Even though their record doesn't.
What's their record?
I think they're 2-3 right now. It's not bad, but yeah, it's under 500.
I mean, Marvin Harrison put up decent numbers. He got his touchdown, and I think it was 98 yards or something.
Yeah, he did have a decent game. Compared to the start of the season,
yeah,
which is coming, and I don't know if they would trade Mark Andrews, bro. He's old.
Mark Andrews, that's Baltimore.
No, that's what Cap for Life's saying, that the Ravens are in trouble. He thinks they might trade Mark Andrews. I mean, I could see it, but at the same time, I don't know. I think it's too late to get off of Mark Andrews. I think he's a guy you just kind of keep for the rest of his career and ride him out. I mean, if somebody came with the right trade,
it's not like they don't have Isaiah Likely in the backup, so why not entertain trades for Mark Andrews?
I mean, it's not a bad idea for sure because they need to figure something
out.
They need to get a better quarterback. To replace Lamar Jackson for if Lamar Jackson goes out again. He's supposed to be back after the bye week, so that's 2 weeks from now. He should be back, and then he should be back after the bye week. So I mean, it's not too late for them if they could win out. Imagine they lose their next 2 games, that would put them at 1-6. And then basically, if they could win out after the bye week, they can end at 11-6. I mean, that's still not bad. It's still playoff,
All right, so the Titans and the Cardinals final was
22-21. Titans over the Cardinals. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Make sure y'all smash that like button on the way in.
And then we got the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. This was actually a very fun game to watch. It was on local TV down here, so we were kind of shouting about it at the bar.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Yeah, that was a fun game to watch for sure.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield had himself a game. Some 300. I think it was 300 and something yards.
Hold on, let me pull up his.
I don't have any of the stats. I don't have my computer, nothing. I'm just literally riffing off of my phone. That's why when you laughed about Gino having a game, I was being dead ass serious. I was like, "Yeah, he had a game." No,
but I was.
It wasn't a good one though.
I was watching that game that was on during the live stream yesterday, so I was kind of watching that game as well. Yeah, Egbuka had 163 yards and a touchdown on 7 targets. Continuing to hold.
I have to learn how to say his name.
Continuing to hold it down with the Buccaneers over there for sure. With Mike Evans out, this Tampa Bay team easily is going to win their division. Right now, it's a matter of can they keep a hold of number one seed? Because like what they're looking at right now, Detroit Lions, like they're all tied. Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the San Francisco 49ers are all at 4-1 in the NFC. So like all them divisions right now are tied at 4-1. So, and the Tampa Bay
That's
Buccaneers have the
scary.
easiest schedule to be able to win number one seed. So, Fin Fam, Miami Dolphins may not be able to bring us a championship, but at least we got the chances of someone else in Florida bringing us another championship, So, I'm not saying that we should.
Brady brought it down here.
I don't want to give him credit. Come on. We're not giving him credit. That's not what we're doing here. The defense won that Super Bowl. Tom Brady just conducted it all. If you go look at his stats from that game, it was not a game-winning performance from Tom Brady at all. It was just like, I'm 42 years old. I'm here. Let's win another Super Bowl.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, yeah, Egbuka, Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win that game. It was a back-and-forth game the whole time. Sam Darnold didn't do bad himself either. In this game, there was a total of 720 yards and 6 touchdowns. Exciting.
They were literally touchdown, 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 back and forth. It was so exciting.
It was the best game of the weekend for sure. But Bucks win 38-35. You got that marked down?
I do now. I was waiting.
All
If you
right.
lead off with the scores, I can get that writing out of the way.
All right, I got you. So, and then the next game, we had the Lions and the Bengals. The score for that was 37-24. Detroit Lions dominated this game, and all of those 21 points came in garbage time in the fourth quarter when the second strings were already out there because this game was over. It was what,
for the Bengals.
Yeah, it was what, 34-3 going into the fourth quarter. It was not.
It was written in stone. Xavier Hutchinson with what, 2 touchdowns?
No, that's Houston.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Xavier Hutchinson had 1 though, right?
no, he had 2 touchdowns, but he's with Houston.
Oh. Oops.
Or there might be a Hutchinson. You're thinking of Aiden Hutchinson.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, you're thinking of Aiden Hutchinson.
I don't know.
He's on the defense. He's the scary guy on the Detroit defense.
Probably. Then that's probably who I was thinking of.
Yeah. But the Detroit Lions, yeah, they win that game. They're showing dominance over there in the NFC. Offense is definitely clicking. They are probably number 2, number 3 team in the NFL right now.
Jared Goff, baby.
Jared Goff.
Go Lions.
Jared Goff. Woo! And then the 4 o'clock slate started with the Commanders and the Chargers. Score on that one, Commanders 27 and the Chargers 10. This was a tie game.
This game did not start good for the Commanders.
No, it didn't.
Chargers took a good lead. They were up 10-3, I think, at one point.
Yep.
And it was looking a little rough for Debo and company with Jalen Daniels just coming back from his first game back after his injury. But they pulled through in the end. They ended up getting that win, like you said, 27-10.
Yeah, they weren't the Washington Commanders. I said this in the offseason, like they're not playing around, bro. Like I don't believe in the sophomore slump with Jaden Daniels because I do believe that the Debo Samuel move was the perfect move to avoid having.
But other than that,
oh, you're freezing up on me again. But yeah, the Debo Samuel move like prevented Jaden Daniels from getting a sophomore slump because the weapon that Debo is just, you're seeing it now. Even though Terry McLaurin's out for the second week, like you can't really tell, right?
No.
The offense is still moving. Like they're still moving the ball down the field. The defense is doing its job. Their running game is great with McCroskey, Merritt, and McNichols, like the little duo that they have going on there. Like Austin Eckler could be on the trade block.
Sitting on the bench watching the rest of the team do well.
Well, he's on IR right now, but it's like he's sitting on the bench watching the other guys like take his job. He's like, damn, I'm gonna be on a new team next year.
Like, damn it.
Gotta move. Might as well start packing now. Might as well start packing up now. And then the Chargers, 10 points. Like you said, they went up and they scored that 10 points early and then couldn't do anything else from there. There was definitely, you can see that their offensive line was hurting. They were like cycling guys out on that offensive line. So that's gonna hurt them this year. Like they have the team that can score the points. They have so many weapons on offense. It's ridiculous. You know, like we can sit here
between Keenan Allen, McConkey,
Johnston, Hampton,
Herbert, and not to mention Herbert himself and his feet.
We can talk about Oronde Gadsden, who's going to come out and be a pretty good star for them. He needs a couple more games under him.
They're just not. They didn't transfer it to a win this week. That's all.
They did not. Their defense was not able to stop the Commanders.
So then we jump into our Sunday night game, my favorite game, the Patriots and the Bills, the AFC East game.
Woo! Did Drake Maye just shake up the AFC East or what?
Damn.
Hey, even though us Dolphin fans and us Jet fans, we didn't get us a win. We didn't get us a win yesterday. Neither did the Dolphins or the Bills. Woo! We can celebrate.
Still celebrate a Bills loss.
I called the Patriots. That was one of the games. I knew that the Patriots were going to go in there and they were going to beat the Bills. So the way that the Bills have been playing is they have not been playing great. They've been barely winning these games. Like, yes, like it seems like they weren't giving it their all against the Miami Dolphins. But come on, let's think about it. Like, it still was an end of the game win. Last week against the Saints, like they looked like they were going to lose against the Saints. The Patriots have been playing pretty well. They've been getting it together. Mike Vrabel over there is pulling this team together. Drake Maye is doing his job as a consistent, durable quarterback. Like he took some runs last night. He took some hits last night trying to carry that team to victory. And he did.
And they did. He exploited the corners very well. The corners on New England were some of the best defense I've seen going into week 5. So I was impressed. I hate to, talk good about either of these teams because they're both, competitors in my division. But with my team being the worst in the division, I have to give credit where credit's due. And they turned around and took the ball away from Josh Allen.
Twice they took the ball away from Josh Allen, and then
against them, and the Patriots were able to come through and pull off that victory.
Yeah, they got that. They took the ball away from the Bills 3 times, like 2 from Josh Allen. 1 was an interception, 1 was a fumble, and then Keon Coleman also got a fumble as well.
Yes, that was early on too.
Drake Maye had a perfect fourth quarter to win that game. He went 6 for 6 and 90 yards in the fourth quarter, having a total of 273 yards through that game. Yeah. The Bills have been exposed, ladies and gentlemen, and the New England Patriots.
They can be beat, and they have.
Mike Vrabel are the ones that showed you how to do it. Just like Mike Vrabel put the script in the book out on the Miami Dolphins on how to beat the Miami Dolphins. We've talked about it, ladies and gentlemen. You know we have. Mike Vrabel's that guy. Shakes up the AFC East. Ooh, are the Patriots going to be the ones to take down the Bills and win the AFC East this year?
What's their record?
3-2.
3-2. They're right behind them, chasing the coattails.
They're right behind them, 3-2. You got 4-1 Bills, 3-2 Patriots, 1-4 Dolphins, 0-5 Jets. Technically, nobody's season is over yet, but let's be honest with ourselves. Can either one of us honestly sit here and say that, oh, the Dolphins are going to win out every game? Oh, the Jets are going to win out every game? No, we still have tough games ahead of us. I think that Dolphin game, the Baltimore versus Dolphins in October 29th, I think that might be Lamar's game where he comes back. That's not going to be pretty for us. We got the Chargers next week at home. That's not going to be pretty for us. Like, yeah, they didn't look good against the Commanders, but that's the Commanders. We got Dan Quinn over there. Like, they're on a run. Like, they're a good team. We are not. So, yeah. Embrace the tank, my friend.
Embracing the tank.
Embrace the tank, my friend.
So then we got tonight's game, the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Jaguars have been playing pretty dang good.
Yes, they have. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars win this game. Mainly because like they do play good. I was talking to my Chiefs fan this morning about it. We were talking about it. And here's how I think this game is going to go. It's either going to go one or two ways. The Chiefs are going to come out hot. They're going to score fast, and they're going to be able to hold on to it and win the game. That's Patrick Mahomes does well like that. But if this game goes back and forth the whole time, I think the Jags have a higher chance of winning if it's a back and forth battle. Because the Chiefs, as great as they are, as good as Patrick Mahomes is, like they are known to make mistakes. Penalties, costly penalties could be what is the deciding factor in this game. And turnovers, obviously. But I don't think we need to talk about that.
Subject for me, turnovers, penalties. These things I get upset about.
Oh, for sure. I'm just glad we had a clean game. We had 2 clean games so far, so something to be excited about. Yay! No turnovers.
Right, yay!
But yeah, so and then there's our records there. They're not quite accurate, but we'll get them fixed and good for next week. I'm gonna grab a smoke before we jump into our week 6 picks.
I don't even have my week 6 picks done yet.
No,
I'll probably post them Wednesday as a short just to get them out there before Thursday's game. Because I got to go back and look at them. Plus, I want to actually take a look at tonight's game before I start making choices.
Oh yeah, has that been hurting you?
No, it's helpful. Not that it's been hurting me. I just, I'm not very good at this.
At the picks?
Apparently. At the picks.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not.
I've been getting hurt by upsets, and I've been getting hurt by
upsets. Yeah, you got to pay more.
Been getting hurt by a lot of stuff.
You got to pay more attention to those divisional games, man. Those divisional games are the ones that are really upsets because it's like division games are played way different than regular out of division games, and like that's what kills a lot of people is like they don't like. I considered the San Francisco 49ers, but I made the thing for the Rams, and I'm like just out too many pieces. Like, yeah, it's a divisional game. Kyle Shanahan's definitely going to play them very well, but it's like they're just missing too much. I can't see it happening, and it happened. And it happened. So those divisional games, and it's the Titans and the Houston Texans. It's a divisional game right there. You know? But we definitely got to work on that. We're going to work on that. We're going to work on putting some parlays together too. We're trying to get better with that, like actually getting on there and like maybe a certain day a week we'll just get on the chat and just talk, and like try and build parlays, so we can all win some money, right? That Discord.
Yeah, we'll look at what's available and how we can stack the odds in our favor.
Correct, because the more heads you put on the bet, the more likely you are to build a bet where we can all win some money. Because we all look at things differently. Like Waffles will look at a game and be like, no, they're not going to be too run heavy in that one. Don't do it. Like it seems like a good game to pick the running back on, but actually like this corner over here is going to be playing on this receiver, so that's where you want to go. Like it's what we're looking for, and that's how we build a winning parlays, by getting together and talking through these games, and talking through these parlays, so that we can win some money.
Let's do it.
How to do that? You got to join our Discord. First, hit that subscribe button, then you can find the Discord located in our channel. Click that link and just join. We also got the DCC link down there on our channel as well. Dolphins Cancer Challenge. All donations are tax deductible. It goes 100% of it goes to cancer research. We're trying to raise $2,500. For every $500 that we raise, I will be personally running a mile per 500 every day up until the day. So far, we have raised $258 for cancer research, and we got 6 more months to go. So I'm sure that we can break that goal. We can crush that goal of $2,500 for cancer research. Charlie's Choice Collectibles, right?
Yeah, Charlie's Choice Collectibles got another week and a half on our. I'm just gonna extend it a little bit. We'll go ahead and give it 2 weeks on our accept all offers buybacks. Just go on, find the link in the Discord and or below in the comments, and then jump on in there, check a look out. We already got a couple of things going out this week. We got a Kansas City hoodie that's on its way, as well as illuminating wand from Harry Potter. That's some of our other, random items down there. You got to take a look and see what you like. Like I said, send me an offer and I'll accept it. It's coming to you.
Yeah, definitely go check that out. You got Christmas coming up, birthdays coming up, pretty much anything coming up. He's definitely got something for you or for someone that you know. And for all the NFL fans, he's definitely got all kinds of stuff. You can get you some flags.
Got some flags, got some Halloween costumes already posted and ready for you. Kids, adults.
You can also get you a nice customized AFC EastieBOYS jersey. Just make sure you go, and when you're in that link, just let them know that you want a customized AFC EastieBOYS jersey, and we'll talk through it. We'll figure out what you want. We'll customize it for you. They start at $35, depending on how
we'll get your team
you want it.
We'll get your team jersey with a logo, and then your whatever you want name on the back customized.
Yeah, and then you'll have that nice little AFC EastieBOYS logo on there somewhere too. Advertising.
Gotta get those patches.
Anyways, so that was your Week 5 recap. We'll put out our Week 6 picks for you. He wants to watch the game tonight, which isn't a bad idea, honestly, watching the game before picking next week, because I do want to see how the Jags do tonight, because they got a tough game coming up next week for sure. But I might be on again sometime later to discuss Dolphins and the state of the Dolphins, and maybe just cry a little bit on your shoulders. We'll see how it goes. We'll also be live Tuesday night, tomorrow night, for our weekly fantasy show. So make sure y'all tune in to that, so you figure out who we should be benching, who we should be starting, who we should be picking up off our waivers, finding our sleepers, things like that. And then maybe tomorrow night also we can put together a couple parlays. I'll have Discord open. If you want to join, you can join in the Discord just like we are right here. Join on up. We could talk through it. We can put some parlays together, get some bets going, and have a good time. Don't forget,
We're putting up a couple of new videos for Waiver Wire Wednesdays. every Wednesday before midnight, right before the waiver wire hits, so you can get your selections in real quick.
Yeah, buddy. Don't forget, smash that like and subscribe. This is your AFC Eastie Boys, and this is End Zone to End Zone. We'll see you next time.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Awesome, that's for sure. He gets a pass to the left from Tua, about a 4-yard pass, and then he gets about another 16 yards. Yak to add to it. First down, Miami Dolphins. Let's effing go. Yeah. I had to kick Cat in the Hat out. He was fucking boring.
Jesus.
I was watching him in the background. He didn't know it, but he was fucking boring. I had to kick him out. Tua under center. Let's fucking go. Mostert with the ball. Ooh, he juggles. He goes to the right. He's rushing. He's got a hole. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Oh, and Buffalo gets the fucking ball back. This is why you gotta trade Raheem Mostert. I'm fucking telling you. Yeah, I'm fucking telling you to trade that motherfucker. What's up, man? I hope his knee was down. I don't know if his knee was down before that ball came out. Oh my gosh, that's a clear fucking fumble. No way. Oh my god. Mostert. No. No.
Anyways, draft's coming up. A lot of teams need QBs, and you need a job, you bum. Got any teams you hope don't take a QB?
Nope. You know, Matt, I have actually not put much thought into that. I have a lot going on right now, and it's just not, I'm not thinking about it. Not at all.
So maybe the Saints?
We're in the house, and the only reason I got this fucking one, probably a field goal like the rest of the Patriots games have been, but the Jets are going to definitely get a win. And then we start the 1 o'clock slate. They won with Malik Willis, and they did it by running the ball. Tennessee tied with the Titans. And then we got the Bears and the Colts. The ball, so he's kind of went run eccentric over there in the Chargers. And then got the Dolphins going to Seahawks. I got a lot of question marks. Not allowed to score in the second half, and we're going to fix this season. Anyway, so the Panthers and the Raiders. This is, well, not a hard one to call. I don't know. I may have to switch next year, I'm telling you, man. I can't go through the pain and suffering like this. This is rough. This is a rough fucking year. Yes, it was indeed. Anyways, yeah, so Cat and Hat here. Joel over there. We gonna break down Wild Card Weekend for you. We got a lot of games coming this weekend. It's gonna be super exciting. We got some upsets for you. I gotta show up and bring the fun, guys. You know this guy, Cat in the Hat, he boring. Boring. Can you just be serious for once, Goel? I mean, we have some great games to talk about. Just for once. Just let's be serious. Let's talk about some football. Can we do that?
Stout couple of games that they've been playing, but this is going to decide, right now who's going to be second place in the division. So I'm going Jets all the way. Jets, Jets for the win. We're taking it. With the Browns, the Giants have just been loser fest, and they're going to continue 0 wins, 3 losses. Moving on out of potential with Tua in questionable consideration. Even if they throw in a backup quarterback, they still got a lot of options for him to throw the ball to. They're not going to be as in sync as they were the last couple of weeks, and that's why I'm going with Seahawks over the Dolphins for you.
Now, there's a lot of homework that goes into this. We don't just look at stats and look at numbers. No, we take a lot of factors into consideration when picking these running backs for your fantasy. Tracy Jr. Now, I know a lot of you were saying, what, Cat? Are you seeing his first year ruling the backfield in Miami? He's going to be the number. My next running back on this list at number 3 is B. But, he's going to get the touchdowns. He's going to get the receptions. Trust me, if you get the chance to get him, you're number 1. None other than the king. That's right. Adam Sandler put this guy on a mission this year. This guy is going to literally put the Baltimore Ravens on the first guy. He gets past the first guy. It's probably going to turn into a touchdown. So he's 6 once we realize how he comes back off of this injury. He hasn't really had a full year. At your own risk. It could pay off, but...
Sunday at 3 p.m., we're going to have the high-flying Eagles putting their defense to the test against the Los Angeles Rams, are pretty high-scoring, led by Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and they're on a mission right now. They're trying to win another Super Bowl so Matthew Stafford can punch his ticket to the Hall of Fame, because without another Super Bowl, he might not make it there. But them Eagles this year, ooh, with Saquon Barkley, I don't know why he's not in MVP conversations with over 2,000 rushing yards on the season. Don't forget that little backwards hurdle he did back in week 8. Oh, it was amazing. So let's go. It's going to be a good one. Good battle between these two teams on the NFC side. Who's going to go to the NFC Championship? Fly, Eagles, fly!
It's going to be in Orchard Park, and it is going to be chilly. Forecast says it's going to be 12 degrees with a wind chill of -2. Derrick Henry pushing close to 2,000 yards. Lamar Jackson. That makes the team have over.
What's up, guys? Today we're going to give you our Week 12 picks.
Yeah, you heard him. Week 12 is in the house at the Dolphins.
Patriots.
You know who I'm going for. I think we need to find a new home for this guy. He's in the wrong house.
No.
Let's go.